Every month just seems to bring us more games to look forward to on Xbox, so here are a few more that we recently found out about or found out more about. And the last one is a personal favourite of mine, so look out for that. But let's get into it. I'll tell you what, it looks like the Coalition hit the right bumper at just the right moment because the original Gears of War has been perfectly reloaded. This new version of the game-changing cover shooter has been rebuilt with 4K resolution and up to 120 FPS on the Xbox Series X. And while the COG isn't always the most welcoming organisation, it is now open to all since Gears of War Reloaded will boast full cross-platform multiplayer with full cross-progression also in the mix. Gears of War Reloaded will be coming straight to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass on August 26th. Plus, those who already own the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition will be able to grab it as a free upgrade. And Game Pass is exactly where the brand new prequel Gears of War E-Day will be going too. Just a great time to be an outrageously brawny soldier wielding a preposterous weapon against a legion of pasty monsters. Let's get into the next game. Marvel fans have so much to get excited about in 2025. The free-to-play Marvel Rivals is going from super strength to super strength, the Multiverse's most fantastic family are stretching their way into cinemas soon, and Marvel Cosmic Invasion is on the way too. This beat-em-up brings together heroes from all across the Marvel Universe as they fight to fend off a spooky, spacey new foe, and just look at those visuals. There is so much nostalgia I can barely take it, and there are 15 playable characters with everyone from Spider-Man to Wolverine showing up in a gloriously retro 2D form. Plus there's a drop-in, drop-out co-op, play both online and locally, so you can form your very own super squad. Very excited for this one. Now, they might have promised that they'd be Dead by Daylight, but the asymmetrical survival sensation has been alive and kicking for, can you believe this, 9 years. And that is pretty impressive, so naturally they've got a whole bunch of cool content on the way to celebrate. Freddy Fazbear of Five Nights at Freddy fame will be flying by, voiced by former Screen teen Matthew Lillard. And there's a whole collection of outfits inspired by The Witcher on the way on June 3rd, so you can show Geralt and co some love while you're running for your life. And I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Plus, Geralt has actual voice lines recorded by our good pal, Doug Cockle. The Silent Hill series has provoked more than a few F-words in its time, half of them from me, what with all the hideous monsters and stuff, so maybe that's where Konami got the name Silent Hill F from, or maybe not, but what we do know is the 8th major installment in this iconic survival series is on its way and it looks all kinds of scary. This one is set in 1960s Japan, and Silent Hill F stars an ordinary teenage girl who suddenly finds her hometown covered in fog and other equally creepy and considerably more dangerous things. To stay alive, she'll have to battle enemies, solve puzzles, and make decisions that the devs have described as beautiful yet terrifying. There's no release date for this one yet, but as soon as we know, we'll let you know, so make sure you subscribe to Xbox On for all the latest game news. There's lots of great stuff coming to free-to-play shooter The First Descendant in its 3rd season, but let's start with the 2 sweetest words in the English language, hover bikes. And yes, they're bikes that hover and they're a great way to get across the map at speed. And to go with these wheelless wonders, there's also a brand new type of weapons, you may have heard of them before, swords, which are good for stabbing, slicing and poking needs. Plus, there's a new Descendant called Nell, whose freaky mind powers are sure to shake things up, and on top of all that, The First Descendant will be getting its very first crossover with Nier Automata. Class. We already knew that Borderlands 4 was going to be here on September 12th, and honestly, that was enough reason to be absolutely stoked all by itself. But some of the details about the game that have come out have pushed those stokedness levels to a whole new category. For example, the latest entry in the beloved bonkers looter shooter will let players loose in a seamlessly open world bigger than any we've played before. With so much to see and so much to shoot, you'll want to waste no time getting into the action, which is why the game's multiplayer lobbies have been remodeled to let you drop in and out of a friend's game at a moment's notice. Throw in a rejig loot system and the inclusion of dedicated drops along with the randomized stuff, and this is looking to be the biggest, best armed Borderlands ever. We recently found out exactly when the Mafia series will be taking us back to the old country, and we've got a sense of what to expect once we get there. That's aside from the nice gentleman with the machine guns, that is. Set in 1900 Sicily, this prequel game promises a rich, focused narrative experience with one of the series' patented faux pen worlds that is designed to immerse you in the atmosphere without giving you a million little map icons to hunt down. And since this is the first Mafia game built with Unreal Engine 5, it's a pretty lovely place to be. Mafia The Old Country will arrive on August 8th, and until then, Game Pass members can enjoy the definitive version of the original game, and that is an offer you can't refuse if I've ever heard one. It feels like this game's been around forever, and it kind of has, but Rainbow Six Siege is about to turn the big 1-0, and the upcoming Siege X update is going to have it looking and feeling younger than ever. Siege X will see 5 of the game's maps getting a full modern makeover, with more set for the same treatment in the future. And this just isn't an aesthetic spruce up either. It's got improved shadow and audio effects that might just save your life, and destructible elements like exploding fire extinguishers that I'm sure we'll all use very sensibly and responsibly. There's also a new 6v6 mode called Dual Front, which is a bit like Call of Duty's Hardpoint, but it has a rotating roster of available operators, which should make it extra accessible for new players. The Siege X update is lined up for June 10th, and the deluxe version of Rainbow Six Siege is available on Game Pass, so you'll be able to play in a matter of days. Overwatch 2 has absolutely been on a roll with its game-changing stadium mode, and of course the free-to-play shooter is set to kick things up another notch on May 20th. That is because we are getting a Street Fighter 6 crossover. That means the Overwatch gang will be going all cosplay on us with skins that allow Zenyatta to become Dalsim, Winston to try his hand at Blanca, Sigma to do his very best M. Bison impression, and way more. And while I have you, Overwatch 2 is one of the many free-to-play games that Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass members can grab some in-game benefits too, including a sweet 10% extra XP boost. So has any new title here just jumped up your most wanted list? Hit the comments, let me know about it, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, bye!